Hey everyone, it's Teddy, aka James Kazao and MTGO, coming back to do a little retrospective deck tech. It's just been kind of a crazy week with a couple challenges I played in, and we're all reeling from the commander bans with the pirate getting banned.
I swear I'll make you walk the plank to right the wrong you did.
But I did get this league on camera, and I wanted to show it off because it actually went pretty well. The point of this video was to showcase Kaito, Bane of Nightmares, and I just kind of forgot to do a deck tech, so I'll just highlight it right now. Got some airing in last week's video that was showcasing all the new Duskmourn cards, but I wanted to do a video that really tried to highlight Kaito because we don't get 4-drop Planeswalker bombs every so often in our colors, and I wanted to highlight this one, and it performed quite well. It's 2 blue and a black for a 4 loyalty Planeswalker, and during your turn, as long as Kaito has 1 or more loyalty counter on it, so I think they do that for existence reasons, because it's a creature with no loyalty counters, it can still be a creature, but then it's not a planeswalker. It's just for rule issues, I think. It's a 3/4 ninja creature and it has hexproof. So very hard for opponents to deal with and fight. And it also has some pretty cool loyalty abilities. For +1, you get an emblem where ninjas you control get +1/+1. Kaito itself is a ninja, so you can perpetually make that creature bigger. For 0, you can surveil 2 and draw a card for each opponent who lost life this turn, which has pretty similar. You can compare that a lot to Jason's Brainstorm. Surveil 2, well, not as concrete as brainstorming cards away from your hand you don't want. Surveil 2 still has its own way of kind of eliminating unwanted cards from your hand or from your sphere of cards available to you. Then -2, you tap a creature and put 2 stun counters on it, which is pretty close to a removal spell if you don't anticipate the game for going that long, or if you can just establish enough control. 2 stun counters can really put it out for the pivotal part of the game. Not to mention, sometimes you want that to happen. Sometimes you don't want to put a creature back in the graveyard, like Atraxa over Scaminator, Archon, cards like that that you don't want powerful ETBs happening again. You can just tap it down, put 2 stun counters on it. As good as gone, if not better. Now, rounding out this deck, I'm still running with Abhorrent Oculus and Metamorphosis Fanatic, 2 very powerful new cards that will also see some airtime in this video, I believe. I think so. Anyways, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. This league got pretty cool. I'm excited to show it off. And I introduced a new Patreon tier. So there's a $2 one for a weekly bonus league, $5 for a weekly bonus league, plus a donation bonus league that you can submit to me. And then there is a $40 tier for private coaching session kind of thing where we can hop in and play a game together or really work through things play by play. It's going to be a lot of fun. Wow, I didn't realize Abhorrent Oculus was a $60 card now. Look out for that one. It's apparently doing very powerful things. In standard, I guess. Maybe modern as well. It's a good card. We'll see it in action, or we won't. I can't remember. But yeah, let's go have some Grixis good time. Here we are in the first round with a pretty good hand. A lot of different things going on here. And we're up against Flooded Strand, which is usually blue-black tempo these days. It could be a lot of things. That land is not bad. Recurable Graveyard Hate and ways to fight creatures. Good way to fight Scaminator. And there's an Undercity Sewers, so I'm afraid that is what we're up against. Still clearly the most powerful deck in the format. Did not really need Grief to do stuff. Yep, look at that. Okay, so I'm gonna bolt that. Get some Wrench Mind action going. And they might just get wigged out and let it happen anyways. Sometimes it's nice to just get them to commit too many cards and then you just like fatal push it. But they're willing to lose a Brazen Borrower, which is pretty wild. Maybe that thought just crossed their mind, or they can't decide what other card to discard. Brainstorm, okay. 2 cards down over there. I could also just find a removal spell. Another bolt, not quite. Castrix. Underground Sea. Wasteland. Going after my volcanic island. That makes sense. And coming in for the attack. It's a fine trade. Backup frog. Yep. Ponder. I mean, I don't have Fatal Push in my main board. So I could just kind of like start annoying this thing with Bowmasters. They'll jump it. Or they'll daze. Don't mind that so much. They already played a land this turn. Another Goyf. So we can beat that frog with Bolt plus Bowmasters. And then we'll just have to deal with another Goyf, which usually isn't that hard. Usually. Okay, they just had 2 lands. Another wasteland would be bad. But we'll find a way. I would love to find my Metamorphosis Fanatic. That would be a nice draw. Don't mind that either. Now my army can stand up to this Nether Goyf. They have another one. But yeah, 4/4 does beat a 3/4. Can't argue with that. And yeah, I want to get this Strix out of my graveyard. So how about it? Where is my Fanatic? Nowhere to be found. More Bowmasters have to be good though. Maybe if I ponder again, I'll find it. You never know. No, but there's Abhorrent Oculus, which should be pretty damn good here. Strix in hand. No attack. Pretty rough draw. Not sure why I went after their C. Doesn't really make sense. Did I miss something? Do they? Oh, wait, hold on. Am I going crazy? Whatever. Could have sworn I just took a type out of the graveyard. Oh, it's their graveyard, duh. I'm so dumb. I'm sorry, everyone. Double block would not be good for me, so yeah, hold back. Of course, it's their graveyard, not all graveyards. Turn a land in there. Get another thing in the graveyard. And yeah, Oculus is going to take that game over. Card generates a lot of value. Spell Bomb. Fatal Push. The other Fanatic. Barrogoyf. Surgical Extraction, maybe. It's hard to tell if it's Riscaminator or not, but I feel like the presence of Nethergoyf makes it seem more like not the Entomb package. But I think all those decks run Reanimate, right? Because of Troll of Khazad-dûm and stuff like that. Kaito seems very good. It's a large creature. Has hexproof. Can't Fatal Push it. Or Dark Betrayal it. Outside of most circumstances. I guess there's that new enchantment from Duskmourn that removes hexproof. Nowhere to hide, I think. Nowhere to run. Sometimes I like another Thoughtseize too. Yeah, we have too many expensive cards right now. Maybe Barrogoyf is not good, because they can reanimate it. They can also reanimate our Fanatics, so we gotta keep those out of the graveyard. I'm thinking too much about reanimate. I also usually cut a land here. In the past it was a Bloodstained Mire, but now I'm starting to realize that I really want to be able to get my basics when I need them. 2 force is good, and then probably cut and Narset as well. Kaito really removes a lot of days considerations since it gets around days really nice with the ninjutsu. We can trim 1 bolt. It was really good that game, but we had to use it kind of creatively. Until they show me Tamiyo. Bolt is not great against blue-black tempo, which is part of the reason why I think the deck is so strong. But Fatal Push is good, and this mana is stable. And we have 2 kind of late game bombs. Oh yeah, the other card I wanted to try was the new Demonic Tutor thing. However, we have no demons in our deck, so until we have Delirium, the card just Stone Cold does nothing. Unlike past iterations of that card, like Mausoleum Secrets or whatever, I feel like there were versions of that card that at least had acceptable versions of their conditions not being met. I'm gonna try and not give this thing any... Oh wait, again, they are in charge of making that Nether Goyf powerful, not me. So far, they're not succeeding. Do they have a cantrip? No, they have a Psychic Frog. That is scary. I'm gonna give them a target to Wasteland. I have a lot of lands. Yeah. See what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I need to beat Days. As expected. 4 cards left over there. We do need to draw fairly well. Spell Bomb is fine, I think. Edict. Edict, you're crazy. They might have a Daze. But I don't want my turns to be cramped. Any turn I'm not taking damage is a good turn. This is when they Entomb Reanimate me, though. And I get upset. Because this deck just comes at you from every angle. Backs up with Force and Daze. Look who's back. Again, Petty Theft. Never feels good, though. Yikes. Alright. Should do that before they untap. Hopefully that's enough of a time walk. 1. Oh goodness. Oh me, oh my. I really don't want to draw a land. Don't do it to me. Surgical. Yeah, not feeling great about putting this in anymore. I guess if they swing out, I can ninjutsu Kaito in. Maybe put something together. That's like most of my mana. Maybe I was supposed to play Teachings this turn. Feels like things are slipping away now. I mean, I could Teachings for a removal spell, but that seems so bad to me. Additionally, if I ninjutsu in Kaito, get a land, return Brazen Borrow to my hand, I can Petty Theft Frog and extract them. I'll still have to deal with this 4/5 beast. And I'll need them to not remove Brazen Borrower, which also feels like kind of an ask. But if all those things go well, think of the joy. Bowmasters. It's not bad. Yeah, it should be red. Well, no, it shouldn't. Doesn't really matter, does it? Well, I mean, if it's exactly basic swamp, then yeah, it should be blue. Brazen Borrower. Gonna bin both of those. Because I really want that land. Oh. Thank the Lord. But if I do this, then I'm just dead. I pay 2 life for surgical and then get hit for 7. So I need them to declare attacks at Kaito, which means they get to untap. This is pretty bad. But I'll be a legend if I can survive this. So Borrower's coming at me. What if I just gave them a card? Seems like protecting Kaito is pretty important. Or if they gave this thing flying, would it shrink Nethergoyf? They have 2 sorceries, 2 creatures, and 2 lands. So yeah, they could retain all their types. Guess I'll just stick to the plan then, huh? Sad to lose Kaito. Such a cool planeswalker. Wait, do they have Kaito? What's with this long pause on the block step? Alright, before they have priority to do this again. Ooh, Murktide Regent. Scary stuff. But then they were really flooded. And Harbinger of the Tides is like the closest thing to an unfair card they have. Alright, see if we can do this. Not excited to tangle that Murktide. Pretty much need Red Blast off the top. And they put a card on top, no less. Wonder what they put on top. You know, Abhorrent Oculus would do a lot on this board. I can Bowmasters, ping Borrower, cast Oculus, stands up to a 5/5 Murktide, starts manifesting Dread, and if I can just survive, Waterlogged Teachings for Pyroblast becomes a thing. But I'd rather just like draw Pyroblast. That would be the best scenario by far. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Or what if I hit no, Metamorphosis doesn't work because I can't block Murktide. Well, it actually free up the Bowmaster mana. I'd get the Bowmasters for free to ping the Borrower, so then I could cast my own Borrower to jump Murktide. Yeah. Still be a fine draw. No luck. Okay, well. Cast that. Plenty of chumping will be going down. And just in case they topped Force of Will, play that. If it's Fatal Push, the 2 lands they have cannot get Revolt. Ah, come on. Petty Theft? Weak. Anticlimactic. I think we just run it back. I do rather like Thoughtseize against these decks because once you know which threats they have, it becomes a lot easier. I don't know if I want to leverage Narset. Doesn't really seem like the point of the game. Psychic Frog is so good against Narset. It's not even funny. Then yeah, Baragoyf. They have an army of Brazen Borrowers. Oh, I didn't have Red Blast in. Well, that's probably why I lost. Jesus Christ. So dumb. Got Surgical out. And then... yeah, I'll take Baragoyf. What the hell? Why didn't I have Red Blast in? I just was completely convinced it was Scamnator. Oh god. Well, not like I really can concede any ground. It's impossible to come back from these decks when they get ahead, so Cling to Dust or my draw step should come up with a land. Thought sees me. What are they going to take? Hopefully not Cling to Dust. Strix. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Uh-oh. Come on. Okay. Now we can set up this Fanatic with a Brainstorm. Get my Strix back. I'm not going to Red Blast that. Bobble. Looking at my top card. You know what my top card's going to be soon. Ponder's good. Probably looking for like a Daze or Force of Will or something like that. They don't shuffle. Maybe I don't go for this right now. I could put it 2 down. Want to spend my mana. Yeah. 2 down it is. Red Blast backup as well. But we could get wasted off red. This is a lot of red cards. I think if they had Wasteland, they would have done it by now. And I think they would have prioritized counter magic to fight the Fnatic line. Bobble. Now they see the Fnatic. Harbinger. I mean, I do have a basic swamp. Float a red and then bolt it. Yeah. This takes them off black too. Do they really want to do that? What if I red blasted on the stack? I don't know. I have another bolt coming. Seems like they almost did something. Alright. Time for the thing. It worked. Plenty of value. Yeah, they can see exactly how horrible a wasteland on red would be. But I'm also kind of due to find more. They take Baraglyph. Ponder. Why not just red blast that? I need to start trading these red cards before I get wastelanded. Oh, thank God. Just a casual 10-point life swing. No problem. This card's good. Card is good. Nothing too unique here. Weirdly, instant is the unique type. Ooh, Edict, nice. Another bolt. It's a lot of red cards. Sure. I could have red blasted that, but it seems really aggressive. Having this in my hand does not seem that bad when I'm already at 4 mana. Another Goyf. I'm pretty sure... Is there any way this would win the race with the lifelink? Probably not, but it's funny to think about. Force a negation. I was expecting Brazen Borrower. Alright, let's set this thing up again. We don't need to do that right now. This time it will get Barrowglyph back. Already has lifelink, but might as well give it a lifelink counter too. We got Oculus too. That actually might be pretty hard to cast for a minute. Sure. What am I doing? Just bolt. They only have one card in hand. Alright. Yep. Card strong. What can I say? I'm gonna go to bed. As you can see here, it's 2 a.m. Alright, I woke up and I was excited to play some more of these busted ass cards. So excuse my appearance. This deck is, or this hand is strong. We got the Bird Curve, Tameo into Strix into Nimble. Now, don't be fooled by Tundra. It can be just as dangerous as an underground sea these days. This could be Nadu. Could be Cephalid Breakfast, which is also a Nadu deck. Okay, we probably won that eventually, but... I don't want to draw too many lands here. Double Tundra. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Not every deck does that. Oh, come on. Let's just take a step back, and we have some options here with a clue token and whatnot. Yeah, see what I mean? This could be... it would have been really sad to cast Strix into that. Null Drifter. Well, let's try and keep that thing from entering. I still get to cast an uncounterable divination though, which is pretty rough. Any 2-for-1 is kind of anathema for Grixis Control. Kolaghan's Command. That makes me feel pretty good against any potential dreadnoughts they can present. But it would be just one. But then Strix can probably grab the other one. Brainstorm is fine. They might have a Swords to Plowshares, or they just don't care about Orcish Bowmasters. Having the luxury to crack a clue token here makes me feel less bad about that uncounterable divination. Let's see if they stifle this. No? Okay. I'll top any non-land. Yep. This is traditionally a wasteland deck as well. I've never had a Tameo uncontested this long. The Thrall's back. Should I try an Edict right now? Or I could Nimble. Nimble has a hard time finding targets here, but now that they play Null Drifter, countering the draw 2 is not so bad. This seems the best to me. I can still crack a clue. They both have a lot of cards, though. There it is. Forcible is not so bad as a backup spell. I'm just kind of shocked this has been uncontested for so long. This might eat a daze. Yep. It got something to do with that Kolaghan's Command now. This would all be pretty different if I was pushing damage, but I'm not. But yeah, this Tamio has been incredibly uncontested. I don't know what their hand may be, but I'm a little confused. And I guess I'll just discard a Force of Will. This is very much a first world's problems situation. Also, where are my new cards? I'm not talking about MH3. I want to play with... Oh. Spell Pierce. Sorry, that might have been kind of loud. I'm just flabbergasted. What are you going to do with that? Probably go upstairs, right? Oh, okay. Just getting that value. Well, I'll Bowmasters that. I haven't had removal. It's probably wise to minus Tamio, right? Like, I don't know if they expected to really protect a fairy for that long. Why not make a land drop as well? So maybe I just never gave them a target for Spell Pierce because I was cracking clues. Yeah. Ground out. Now what do I do? Red Blast, if they're playing to Fairy and Stifle Knot. Consign to Memory is nice. Kaito should be pretty cool. Fanatic. Cut a couple forces. Fatal Push is good. Lightning Bolt's a little more medium. Flying seems good, but I mean, are they playing swords? Teferi's also good against Oculus. It's kind of a Murktide situation. I'll side it out, even though I don't want to. Side out Nimble. One Cling. Didn't see any green, because sometimes these decks play Uro. Synergizes nicely with that mainboard Stifle. I guess I'll just trim a land on the draw. I really don't want to concede any value here. This hand is not good. I mean, sure, I'm not going to win on 5, so hopefully we can untap. Rough. They have a lot of incentive to wasteland me. But maybe we'll just draw a land and not have to worry about it. Nope. There's always next turn, I guess. Okay. We did it. Sweet. Sure. Brainstorm's good. Are they looking for a Dreadnought? I'm kind of happy they don't have Null Drifter. I would have consigned the trigger, then have to like band Bowmasters and Bolt together. Oh, that wouldn't have even worked though because of Doorkeeper Thrall. And I know I'm drawing a land. I guess I could shuffle if that's just unacceptable. Alright, we're seeing them activate Flooded Strand here. Grabbing a basic Plains. And Pondering. I really expected them to have some kind of payoff here. Maybe they're getting set up. Maybe they're just going to go to combat first. Looks like we're something like safe. I don't want to draw the 5th land, even though I do have Lorien revealed. Just sit back. So we just took 1. And now they're casting to Fairy. Oh, that's not good. Step 1. Try and get that Thrall out of here. Step 2. Get my Bowmasters dazed. Or forced. Ooh, Court of Cunning. I'm glad I didn't play that. Card is hard to beat. Okay, so a lot of my spells are off right now. Strix is not bad. Okay, Brainstorm. Pyroblast is great. Put back Lorien Revealed for later, I guess. What are they trying to set up here? Maybe I'll redraw that Lorien Revealed. Well, actually, no, I won't. Null Drifter. I'm going to counter both halves. Or maybe I should just send 2 targets at, well, assume their last card is, or one of their last cards is Stifle. They could daze one of the copies. I'm just going to send 2 copies at the draw 2 cards trigger. Okay, they didn't have the Stifle anyways. Might see them cantrip here. Yep. So I'm left with 2 rather powerful creatures. But I'm also not pushing damage, which is a bit of a problem. If I can top deck a Fanatic, that'd be nice. Set up a Fanatic for me. No? Okay. I should be making land drops. Now, I could have surveilled there, but I want to bluff. They can still do pretty powerful stuff right now. Ooh, Narset. Activate Narset. Take Lightning Bolt. Dress down. Okay. Don't want to see Null Drifter. Can deal with Dreadnought. Yep. Can even deal with 2. I have a Strix. Well, I would probably take 11 in the process. Oh god. Well, I hate that. Now I kind of need an Edict. Or I guess I can just block with Strix if they try to get their Annihilator. Take Consign. It's a little late. Let's try and get their last card here. It's worth a little more to me than regrowing Bowmasters. It might be Spell Pierce. Sword's my Strix. Okay. I suppose I'll play another one. Double Bolt. That can take out Null Drifter if they hold off on attacking. Alright. We did it. This should be one of our better matchups. Didn't get to see any new cards, though. Here comes round number 3 up against Guibanella. Very good player. Has been playing a lot of Eldrazi lately, but no idea what they could be on right now. So I'm going to keep this functional hand. See what comes of it. Got the Slamio. We got cheap spells and Oculus, so it's not impossible. Oh god. Baragorth. I can bolt that, surprisingly. Kaito and Strix is a combo. I think this is the only time anyone's ever bolted a Baragorth. Tamiyo and Kaito is also kind of a combo, but I need that 3rd land. And boy, do I. Need that 2nd land. Thought sees me? Sure. Probably take Tamiyo. Yep. Alright, can I get some lands? I'll even take a cantrip. anything really. Yeah, that's not bad either. I think I'd like to pitch Oculus. It does run away with the game pretty quickly. But they might be able to like fatal push it or something like that. Alright. Give me that land. I need that land. Damn it. Alright. Not much going on. We see a green one. So this is like BG mid-range, or not really mid-range because of Dark Ritual, but something like that. Alright, one more land. Can't cast Oculus quite yet. Can't do much. Binning Fatal Push. They must already have one. Thought sees me. I'm sure they'll take Force of Will. Yep. Shields are down. What will I do? They don't have another Baragoyf, at least. Draw Force of Will, I guess. Come on, deck. Do what you're so good at and give me those lands. It's gotta be the Oculus. Every other land in my deck does things now. I wanted land. There it is. I should do this now. These decks are known to Bowmaster. Let's hide Kaito. They thought sees me yet again. Give them kind of a bad choice here. I mean, either way I can slam Kaito, but I'd rather do it by returning Strix to my hand. If they have Edict, that could be kind of a problem. Never one to waste their time. Guibanel is good at that. Don't know how much I can leverage Fnatic here. Also, these alternate arts kill me. But I'm not really in a position to just be like spending money on vanity right now. These Fanatics, they weren't cheap either, you know? Green black, huh? What would they be in green for? I do want Fatal Push. I'm sure they have 4 Baragoyfs. I might even take my own Baragoyf. The Baragoyf mirror is a funny one. I mean, they're going to be a better Baragoyf deck than me, though. They have Fatal Push. Yeah, forget it. Oh, maybe Worldly Tutor? I've heard talk of Worldly Tutor setting up the Fnatic. That's a good reason to be in green. It's certainly not for life death, I'll tell you that. So we'll go Narset out. Maybe I'll just take 1 surgical. See if I can figure out what's going on here. And I think the lightning bolts are probably not going to be good, despite being really good that game. Go down to 2. And then, shoot, I don't know. 1 force, 1 Kaito. We'll just hedge, because I don't really know what I'm up against right now. And then 1 Mire on the draw. So why did I side this Fnatic in? It'll probably be good. I also sided an opposition agent on the speculation that they'll be playing Worldly Tutor. Seems good to me. Very stable mono-wise, and then it has Cling to Dust and Nimble Obstructionist to fight a potential Fnatic. Demonic Console. That card's really cool. I think I already talked about it in the first game, right? Or is that a different match? Or is that a different league? I can't remember. But I was like, do we want that? It's pretty easy for us to get Delirium, but also we don't play any demons, so I don't think it's good enough. Vexing Bauble is totally fine. Sylvan Safekeeper? Oh. Alright. Not what I was expecting. I'll bin that. Another Cling is not bad. Yeah, I think I'd like to just play out Strix here. If I get got by Entomb, Fanatic, Dark Ritual, it's kind of whatever. Bowmasters. I didn't know people were still playing that card. See if they have a land drop here. No land drop. Okay. I wouldn't mind my own Bowmasters. Kolaghan's Command's great. Can they really afford to, like, sacrifice lands to protect their Bowmasters? I guess we'll see. Seems a little more likely now. So I guess ambushing it with the Obstructionist would be more safe. What if I just ambush the Safekeeper? Okay, Safekeeper down. Kaito. I mean, just dropping a 4-drop Planeswalker with a bunch of loyalty is not that bad. But plussing just to get that emblem right now is not that great. In fact, it'd be pretty mediocre. I'm kind of over the hump now, where I might not be able to Force of Will because of that Vexing Bauble, but I kind of have enough mana to do other things. I can even shatter it if I really wanted to, but that's not a good use of Kolaghan's Command. Polluted Delta. I suppose I'll take one more from this Bowmasters. Ah, Grist the Hungry Guy. Ah, such a good card. That one can beat Kaito. I should try to counter that. Wait, I can't. There's a Vexing Bauble. And I don't want to shatter the Bauble, destroy Bowmasters, and Brainstorm. Yeah, this game just got real grindy. They are also playing Wither Smog, because why not? Maybe I want Strix. Maybe I want them to discard. Take the Strix. Then I'm going to cycle one of these Clings. I'll go after Council, I suppose, because they can replace land whenever they want. Brainstorm. Alright, Fanatic? No, okay. Well, let's Brainstorm and try and get this Grist off the table. Got a Thoughtseize now. They might feel inclined to use Grist to remove Tameo. They don't do that. I guess we'll just have to start fighting again. Because what I just said made a lot of sense. What am I doing? There's no generic pips in my whole hand right now. But I don't want to shuffle. That means this mountain is as useless as a thing that is useless. The Creation of Avacyn. This card is quite strong, since I can't destroy enchantments. It's kind of like a Suspend 2. It is kind of like Profane Tutor, isn't it? For 1 more mana. Except you get the card on the battlefield if it's a creature. That's pretty cool. I think it's a little susceptible to Brazen Borrower, but that's about it in our deck. Here comes the Blowout. And then we'll be able to take out Grist with Kaito next turn. Okay, put back Ponder. I mean, it's still kind of a valid target, but it's not because of flicker rules. Oh wait, I'm so stupid. Doesn't work like that, does it? But I mean, it's better than not having a Tamiyo at all. Don't have any forces that just turned on, but if I did, it'd be kind of cool. Alright, +2. They have no incentive to attack with this army. So I guess I need to play out Strix. My only removal spell in the graveyard is Kolaghan's Command, so if they Bowmaster in response, I won't really have anything to say about that. Except it'll get a Bowmasters out in the open, which is nice. Okay, we got away with it. Is there any reason to just cast Kaito right now? I don't think so, because I want to get a big chunk of damage in on Grist, and Strix is kind of unblockable. But if I could find like a Brainstorm so I can protect it from discard. Okay, Fnatic is also pretty good if they fight through everything here. I could just Edict the Grist. That's also something I could do, but I'm going to put Force in my hand. I'm less concerned with 1X's because of Tamiyo right now. Anything with 1 power. They can hardcast a Fnatic. Baragoyf. I have an Edict for that coming up. We'll try and not force unless it's an emergency. I still have a Lotus Petal in hand. Man, I want to hang on to this Cling. Oh yeah, duh, because then I don't want to trigger the Miracle. I want to draw the Edict. Lifelink and Nimble. Glorious. And I think I just plus here. Continue to more or less invalidate these 2 creatures. Then we'll get a sneaky attack through on Grist. Alright, it's good enough for them. New cards, looking pretty good. Alright, we're on the play against Yuki, who I think we can expect another tempo matchup here. And I don't like having a non-basic, but also turn 1 Thoughtseize, backed up by Cling to Dust, Brainstorm for mobility. It's a strong hand. We're playing Fnatic. If we take Frog, we also knock out their Force momentarily. And we'll want to keep an eye on their Brainstorm ability here. Not if we can establish an Narset, though. But yeah, if they rip like a Reanimate or something like that, we'll also want them to not rip like a blue card, you know, just a lot of stuff. Thoughtseize me. Well, we know they're at least 2 draws away now then from... Well, that's not true actually. They could top deck a Reanimation spell, or a Reanimate specifically next turn, and send it, but they won't have Force backup. We do have a Force. Yeah, I really want to slam Narset. Entomb. Don't tell me. Get out of here. You're so lucky. Okay, I can't slam Narset, so I might as well pitch it. That's really too bad. We're almost at 4 mana. So we can escape Cling to Dust. Really want that Narset. Okay, there's the 4th mana. Hold up Bolt. Hope they don't rip another one. Ponder. Don't like it. They shuffle. Probably need to Bolt right now. Or else I'll be lacking... Well, maybe not though. I guess in a complete emergency I can just snap and cling. Although that should be after that. So yeah, let's Bolt. Alright. Psychic Frog, huh? Well, shoot. Not wild about that draw. We're drawing a Lightning Bolt. It's not good enough. Bolt Snap Bolt is good enough. We're a little soft to their top decks. Oh god. Don't tell me you have Force Blue card. Dang! Well, things really worked out for them this match. Right on time. I mean, this is out of reach now. They're going to draw another card with Frog. They still have Atraxa in the yard. I'm not contesting anything. Fnatic would have been a fine draw there. Yeah, that Force would have been heartbreaking to draw. Alright. Can only run that hot once, right? We might just have better things to do than Opposition Agent these days. I'm going to have the ability to answer everything they do. I just don't want to spend 2 cards doing it at any time. Okay. It's a real deck building cost of these tempo decks to have a 6-drop stuck in your hand at times. But they seem to do just fine. No Graveyard Hate's a little worrying. No play is interesting. No, I haven't seen these decks cycle Troll of Khazad-dûm for a long time. Seems like it'd do just fine with Fnatic in the format. A lifelink Troll of Khazad-dûm? I can't think of anything more detrimental to my mental health. There it is. I thought no play was weird. Sometimes people keep bad hands against Grixis Control though. We're a very underestimated deck. Animate Dead. I should try to stop that. I cannot. Okay. Put those 2 back. Fnatic can do a fine job racing this though. The lifelink is pretty sweet. They might have Daze. I'm gonna put this in the yard because it's also good for Fnatic. I just want to get this out of here. Speaking of which, please don't Daze. No, I got a Force out of them. Could be worse. Still need to deal with this frickin' thing though. No luck. I'll shuffle. Fatal Push, not quite. We got a good exchange. They forced the Fnatic. Playing a Spell Bomb, that's fine. But now this thing is smashing for 5. Feels like my time is running out. Can you imagine Fnatic into Strix? It won't happen because of the Spell Bomb, but it'd be really cool. My own Spell Bomb. Too late. Well, since they have that Spell Bomb, I guess we'll just try and do our own thing here. Tight. And automatic value. We'll put that Ponder in the yard. We'll be able to block this thing soon enough. But I kind of need them to have nothing. An extra land drop would have been really nice. So I could also hold up Spell Bombs so they don't do anything super busted over the top. Wasteland. Baraglyph. That I can handle. What are they holding up blue for, though? Badlands, okay. 2 cards left over there. Too many. Kind of want this Baraglyph pushed. Should I manifest Dread first? That would let them untap, which I don't really want to happen. Playing Narset I don't think is an option, unfortunately. I could Bowmaster's shoot itself to get Revolt. Seems awful. Is going to 2 at all acceptable? Probably not. But I want to. I don't want to trade Oculus and I guess it'd just be 1 Manifest Dread for Troll. Going wide is usually a good way to beat this deck. I really want to cast Narset. It's just not possible. I'm going to run out the Spell Bomb and then see what happens. I think they clearly do not have Daze, though. But it's also not time to push damage just yet. Just really wish I could keep this Oculus around, but I don't think I can. I guess I'll keep Pyroblast in the mix, right? Because they're likely to Spell Bomb kind of soon. Is there any reason to do this right now? No. But there would have been a reason to play Narset. Okay, so they don't shuffle. See if they let me go to blocks. Yeah. Alright, so what? This has Death Touch. So my Oculus is not surviving no matter what. But I could also just chump Baraglyph. I honestly don't mind chumping Baraglyph. Okay, this happens. And I hope they spend the 2 cards in their hand, doing something or other. Destroying my Badlands is fine, I guess. Hand Fatal push my Oculus. Well, that sucks. I liked that guy. Alright, now please spend your last card. No. Can I afford to get this Fatal Push dazed? It'd kind of be a disaster. So why don't I just use Lorien Revealed right now? What the hell is this? Playing around something or other. Okay. 1 card in hand. I have Cling to Dust now. Let's get this thing out of here. Make sure this works before I spend any extraneous mana. Okay, cool. Shield's down for a hot minute, which only really sucks if they go Entomb Reanimate. Okay, do you have the Entomb? Okay, no, thank God. Now I'd like to draw one of those, if I may. Actually, no, because of their frickin' Spell Bomb. Take a Strix. Their last card might be Daze, or it could just be a land. They certainly didn't have a Daze when they forced my Fnatic. Ooh, Baraglyph. I kind of need to hold up Cling to Dust. That's what I kind of need to do. Alright, they're going to move on that. Fine by me. Brainstorm. Don't love it. Yeah, maybe it is time to play Narset before anything else. I'd really rather that not happen. Oh, thank goodness. Attacking with this is so suspicious. Because it might mean that they're going to set up a chain. Yeah, this game is far from over. Play Narset. Stop your cantripping. Of which you've only seen one Ponder and one Brainstorm, so it's really not so bad. I'm also ready for your Psychic Frogs. Just lock this up. Your Archon is in exile. I'd like to exile your Atraxa as well, if I may. I still also have another Fanatic. You can hardcast Fanatics. That's so totally what's happening right now. It's a lose-lose. I get them both back when it's hardcast. And then I guess I just start working on them. I need this Narset. It's not even close. Oh, never mind. Well, what a pleasant surprise. Find me some Grave Hate. So I can play this Baraglyph in peace. Not quite. I guess I'll take Brainstorm. No hardcast Force of Will either. Petty Theft. I could have Red Blasted that. I didn't want to. But now I'm going to Red Blast that, so yeah, that didn't make any sense. Oh, man. I didn't think they'd actually cast it. What if I have days? I don't have days. Oh, boy. Some days, you're not all there, I guess. I do want that land. I also don't have 6 mana anymore. I think it'd be pretty backbreaking for them to draw another land. So, maybe Brazen Borrower's kind of bad. I think Ponder's going to be good. I mean, Brazen Borrower's never bad, but I just really don't want them to Narset. Force would have made me feel a little more safe, but I don't have any of those. Usually I keep in 2. Thoughtseize? I thought I killed you. What's in your hand? Yeah, alright. Alright, Baraglyph. Reclaim my former glory. Okay, we dodged the miracle. Of which they probably still have 3. I mean, imagine they're playing the full 4, because why not? Card is good. That card's also good. Okay. Hook me up, Baraglyph. Yes. Yeah. Oh, I wanted that Kaito. Do you know what? Fanatic's not bad either. He's a good lad. I think shuffle that. There we go. That's what we wanted. But we also wanted to hold up Cling to Dust. 1 Fanatic is bad enough. Frog Seekeek. Yeah. Psychic Grenouille. Cast Brainstorm. Set up the Fanatic. Don't make me go push the frog. Beautiful. Now what? Push my Goyf. Yeah, alright. He'll be back. With double lifelink. Wonder if that's even smart. I should probably just get Strix or something like that. Okay, cool. 17 cards left in my library. We really did a number on it that time. Fnatic is just such a splashy play that I want some forces. And yeah, since they have Fatal Push, I think Baraglyph has to go out. And they left in all the Entombs and stuff. I think Opposition Agent would be pretty good. Trim a Thoughtseize. And I guess Trim Oculus, even though it was totally the MVP that game, allowed me to have enough creatures to block Troll of Khazad-dûm. Really cool stuff. I think their deck is completely lightning boof proof. Lightning boof. In rare scenarios, you can lightning bolt a Baraglyph. Very rare scenarios. But yeah, you can't lightning bolt the Fnatic. I do like the cheeky... I mean, you can bolt Frog. It's not free for them to have Frog survive a lightning bolt. Unless they have trash in their hand like Fnatic and Atraxa and stuff like that. I don't know. They did not show us Bowmasters. So we can maybe trim a Bowmasters. We saw a lot of their deck. It's possible that there's no room for Bowmasters with Fnatic if you're thinking of this as your 2-drop. Which means you're also relying on Brainstorm. But in general, I think we can go like that. I hope we can. Hopefully that's not crazy. But yeah, I think Kolaghan's Command is a bit of a stretch. This is a keep. If they counter my Spellbomb though, it's a little scary. That would be scary. If I draw Force, I'll feel a little better. Yikes. Did not want land number 5, that's for sure. Spellbomb's in. We like that. Cycling Troll, sure. Another good draw. We can get all our basics out as well. I'm not going to ponder yet. It's also, like, not impossible for them to have Bowmasters. See? See? I will get my card off Spellbomb, though. I think I can afford to. There's kind of a lot of life gain in this deck now. With those 2 Fanatics. We'll go ahead and Surveil. We can concede 1 land. Force of Will. I don't know. If I Edict this and they play another Bowmasters, I'm going to want that to not have happened. Okay. I'll keep it. Also might make them play weird. Not the best use of Edict, though. Especially since we left in all our Bowmasters. And we're still under pressure. Does not feel good. Yeah. Feels awful to be contributing resources to fighting this part of the battle. It just makes no sense at all. And now if they have a daze, we're just kind of out of a game because we brought the wrong tools to a fight that I kept talking about in the deck, in the sideboarding, that I don't even think they have Bowmasters. Okay. I'm screaming for nothing. But they might even have more. Who knows? Sure. I need some renewable... some renewable form of Grave Hate here, like Cling to Dust. Yeah, and then they just follow it all up with Psychic Frog. It's bad. I had a Red Blast, now I don't. And if their last 2 cards are Entomb Reanimate, if I use the Spellbomb to hunt for an answer, it's like... it's just going to look like I got hasty. Luckily, the top of the deck sometimes delivers. Often delivers. But they also might be holding on to like Fatal Push. Which keeps us at parity with Frog for one turn, but then after that, like, you know, then what? This fucking guy. Alright, has a target. We will not allow that to happen. Brazen Barber. Solid removal spell for a 6-drop, I must say. They can still push damage, though. They're attacking with Psychic Frog. That I don't understand. They might have Reanimate, I guess. I'm not going to let them just draw a card. Oh, they have Ponder? What does that mean? I also don't love putting this back in their hand. Surgical, nice. Yeah, what do I do first? I could extract Frogs. If they set up a Fanatic, they won't have a target for it. Now we'll keep... Then I can see if I just am able to Narset and bounce. They just like counter Narset though. If they force blue card Narset and then cast Fanatic. Well, I mean, if they Miracle Fanatic and they don't have a target in the yard, that's the same as Surgicaling the Frog right now, and it could screw up their Brainstorm. I hope they didn't want to shuffle. Oh wait, they didn't shuffle. They didn't have a... It's not a Brainstorm, it's a Ponder. So yeah, why not? Let's mess things up a little bit. Is forced blue card. Okay. Well then. Maybe they'll force this. Well, that doesn't make sense. They'll definitely force Narset no matter what. And I kind of need this gone, so... What if they don't? Well, that'd be wild. Yep. Okay. Bounce that. And hope the top deck continues to deliver more so than theirs. They have a Wasteland. They're getting dangerously close to hardcasting that thing. But I think I'd be in pretty good shape if they top decked 2 more lands from here. Pyroblast, not bad. Could be good. I'll definitely just Pyroblast a cantrip at this point, because things are getting kind of dangerous. Ponder's good. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hide that, baby. Halting their attack, having a 2-turn clock, surprise opposition agent, and Pyroblast, and a Surgical if I really need it, and another 2/2 on their upkeep. It seems pretty good to me. We'll do that. Hope I don't regret that. Reanimate my Strix. If their last card is Daze, then I don't think this matters. I can just Teachings for Bolt, right? I think I'm still overrunning them. They can block Oculus, getting 1 extra point of damage as well. Yeah, I'll let this happen. The 2 damage is very irrelevant here. Very relevant indeed. Alright, we pulled this off. Yeah, Abhorrent Oculus really came in the clutch at the end there. Card generates a lot of value. Well, we're 4-0. I'd really like to get this list published with all these crazy new cards, so... Pressure's on. Alright, here we go for the trophy match. On the play, with a pretty strange hand, we got Brainstorm to set up Fanatic, 2 lands, pretty soft Wasteland. I'm going to send it back. Okay, much better. With any luck, opponent will also mulligan, but if they don't, they don't. Okay. Well, Well, I'm going to send Force of Will back. I don't really want to leverage a 1 for 2 here. Just going to try and do my own thing. Can I do my own thing? Doesn't really look like I can do my own thing. I'm going to keep my options open. Get land number 3. Silent Clearing. Guide of Souls. Okay. I'm pretty happy I did not keep Force of Will. We almost certainly need to bolt that. It's a little unfortunate to be down resources, but hopefully Baleful's Tricks can make up for that. Cast Brainstorm. A whole lot of fluff. I mean, these are the cards that make your deck consistent, but at the same time, not what you want to see when you want to interact really efficiently. So maybe we'll just Brainstorm again next turn, put these expensive blue cards away. Ideally bolt this and then take it from there. If they keep paying life for their spells though, there could be another angle in which we take this game. Seems like maybe they drew that for turn. If their last card's Ocelot Pride, or if they have an Ocelot Pride after this, this is kind of a nightmare. Okay. Ooh, Kolaghan's Command. That's a good one. It will unmulligan me. I wonder if this is a Mardu deck. It is a Mardu deck. Mardu decks are usually pretty good against Grixis Control if they go full value. Like if we're up against Staff of the Storyteller, stuff like that, it's not going to be easy. Ajani is also not going to be easy to beat. It's an inherent 2 for 1. I think I just need to let them get their guide value and then shock Ajani, have them discard. But yeah, this is a lot of value for me to overcome. I don't have Plague Engineer. I don't have Toxic Deluge. Fnatic should do pretty well. Baragoi should do pretty well. Shadowy Backstreet goes down. They hit for 1. Orcish Bowmaster should do pretty well too. Hey, look at that. Ponder. Kaito. Okay, that's the kind of value we're talking about. If our life total can hold out and we can get an engine that powerful online, I think we'll be in pretty good shape. I need them to not cast Ajani right now. I need them to go to combat. What's this 3 mana play? Broadside Bombardiers. That card's pretty darn good. And I don't have anything to say about it. If they make it into a flying monstrosity, well, that'd be kind of rough. With any luck, they do it to the Cat Warrior, but I don't think they will. Oh. What joy. I guess they don't want to lightning rod their broadside too much. Alright, double block there. Trade 1 for 1, Ninjutsu and Kaito. Or if they're desperate to push damage, they could... Okay, no, they're not. I did expect them to do that, but... I mean, part of you always hopes that they misplay. Alright. Not the best value here. But not the worst. I think I need to tap this thing down, right? If they have another one, it's a bummer. But yeah, they can just attack it, and then it's just too easy to get rid of Kaito from here. Then I draw Snapcaster Mage. Alright, we're trying to dodge second broadside here. GT. Well, we were kind of hoping for a slower turn like that. See if this attack works. Phone is cool. Alright, we're going to surveil too. Go like that. Then brainstorm. Might be a little late for Strix, weirdly. Another Kaito is... Hopefully we don't need that. Hopefully this one stays forever, right? And yeah, we'll put away that Strix. Grab an island. Make sure nothing picks up that GT. Okay, they draw off their clearing. Yeah, you don't need ninjas to make Kaito good. It's just a bomb. Just one hell of a bomb. Amped Raptor. Oh boy. Yeah. Bombardiers. Thank God they can't cast that. Cabal Therapy. Well, I don't want to risk losing out on that, so I'm gonna cast Snapcaster Mage. Target Bolt. Almost surely gonna hit Bombardiers. I think they might name... Okay, Fatal Push, that's not in my deck. And they're not worried about any of the other cards. Menace versus First Strike. They're both a real problem, but it's gotta be Bombardiers. That card's just... Bombardiers is just always a problem. I would like Bowmasters from here. Land, not horrible. Are they really going to want to jump with Amped Raptor when they have a GT out? No. That does give me a draw though, so they would have had a reason to. Abhorrent Oculus. Yeah, that's pretty good. Hold on. This card can actually really stand up to what they got going on here. Just flood the board. Barely missed on that one. Swords. What do I do? I already have a Bowmasters in the yard for Fnatic purposes. But I'm never going to want to make that a 1-1 from a 2-2, I don't think. This deck just doesn't draw cards that much. I'll go like that. First Strike with the GT is not fun. Can't exactly double block and take it out. So we are just jumping here. They're attacking Kaito. I'll block with Snapcaster Mage. Okay, there goes Strix. Force. Alright. Believe it should be time to race now. I was hoping to find a blue card. Go after Bowmasters. Alright, they'll probably save the Raptor here. Okay, they're holding on to the GT counter. Alright, land number 4. Still got that Cabal Therapy hanging out. Another Amped Raptor. And they have 2 energy already. This could get pretty bad. Hit Swords. I imagine they'll go after the Fnatic. Yep. Puts me at 24. I'm kind of in the market for a lightning bolt from here. Unless they... Well, they could use the GT to gain life. If they do that, then they can't save a raptor from Bowmasters. Just a lot of ways this goes right for me. I think I just plus Kaito, attack with everything. Or I could cash in Kaito, tap it down, and then they gain 2 life, but that's not enough. Alright. There's game 1. Being on the draw is not so bad. Take another Fnatic. Take Baragoyf. Well, they do have Swords to Plowshares, though. So maybe it's not that good. Not sure if they have, like, Retrofitter Foundry or something like that. Fatal Push seems really good. Not sure about Agent either. But yeah, Kaito seems like the way to go here. It's going to be bigger than most of their creatures. I don't want to cut a land. Alright. So hard. I don't really know what to do against this deck. But having 1 mana removal spell seems good. I'll cut 1 force. Deck seems very fair. Well, got the Fatal Push. Turn 1 Tameo. On the draw. I think I have to keep this. Ocelot Pride. Yeah, it's kind of a must answer, isn't it? With Bowmasters, ideally. Let me see if I can get another land. Well, I mean, it gets out of control from the get-go. All they need to do is connect, and things get pretty bad. Yep. Strong stuff. 1 land, please. Not really what I meant. Oh boy. Play out this Tameo. And hopefully 1 cat doesn't tip the scales in the out of control direction. A 3rd Ocelot Pride. That would be a problem. Ajani would also throw a wrench into things. Amped Raptor might throw a wrench into things. Yep, that's Najani. Shoot. Things are really getting out of control. Really all it takes is 1 little stumble. So I just need to let them have Ajani the Planeswalker? I don't love it. I think I need to bolt Ajani. The first strike on that Ocelot Pride is a problem. But also flipping Tameo does really invalidate a lot of the scariness that the 1 power creatures have. If they're going to give me a clue token, like, do they have swords? No, but they have Solitude. Well, they're almost empty. Alright. Shielder's Edict. I guess that can deal with Ajani, the Planeswalker. It's really better than nothing, right? Get this Spellbomb out of here. And I guess Nimble Obstructionist, which is kind of sad. Yeah, I think I'll have to plan on edicting Ajani the Planeswalker. I just can't let that Ocelot Pride make even more stuff, you know? Here come the fools. The cats and their dinosaur friend. Alright. Ocelot Pride. Johnny gets exiled. Block, block. Board over. Huh? Okay, board over. Yep. Ouch. Ponder. Triple spell. I really want this to work. What if they have... Oh, whatever. I can try and draw out a red blast. I need a threat. Do I keep the edict? Yeah, let's keep the edict. Maybe they'll crack the clearing. They might have an answer for this. But maybe not, since they had to use 2 cards to beat. Okay, they have GD. I think that's fine. It's a good exchange for us anyways. Leaves me with a 1-1. I'm drawing teachings, which is maybe not the most exciting thing, but not the worst. Especially when I'm sitting on 2 removal spells and a clue to crack. Easy block. Bombardment. Well, you do need creatures to make that good, so hard to be too upset about that. But it does give them value against my removal spells. Imagine you'll be flinging Ajani all over the place soon. Alright, we just need something like Cling to Dust and we can really grind this out. I wonder if I'm supposed to teachings for that, because I don't really have any bombs to teaching for. Jite? I guess I could get Kolagon's command. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'll get that. Keep that. Alright, seeing as they're at 20, we do need to start doing some work here. And maybe it would have been better to hold Kolgon's command until, because Jite doesn't really do anything until they have more permanents out. But also, I would really like to, okay, nice. That's a grinding machine. I'd really like to finish this game. They are stuck on 2 lands. Okay. That is acceptable. Not pushing damage, but that is acceptable. Uh-oh. Yep. I think I'm going to use the more expensive card. But yeah, they are going to slowly get value off this bombardment. Or not. Another Kolaghan's command. You'd think Goblin Bombardment would be an artifact. Or is it more like an idea? Oh, it's not where it should have been. Maybe the Goblin Bombardment is more of an idea. Guide of Souls. They must have drawn that for turn. Bolt there. I don't have it. Alright. Try and set up this Fanatic next turn. Amped Raptor. This too easily could be a 2-for-1. Nice. Alright, they got me empty. And they flip Guide of Souls. No, Solitude, sorry. They barely don't have enough mana to cast that. Fortunate for me. Alright, play that land. Hit them with the draw step K command, I guess. This is insanely grindy. Okay, now they're using the bombardment. Brainstorm. Put these back. Miracle. Cast the Miracle. Don't draw that land. Alright, pass. I gotta stop typing. If this goes to game 3, I'm kind of fucked. I really want to say hi, though. Yep. Should draw a card. Try and play as best as possible here. Another Strix is nice. Thoughtseize is pretty bad. Slam and welcome to the jam. Okay. Strix. There's Kaito. They're probably going to draw a land at some point, right? Crap. Yeah, go for it. Maybe this will help me catch up on clock a little bit. Not sure what they would name, though. Probably Force of Will. Brainstorm. It's a miss. Getting the GGs. All right. Very nice to grab that 5-0. All right. Oh, shoot. So I accidentally closed the window. And, oh, this doesn't even look like the list, though. Oh, I think I took a screenshot of it, though. All right. Sorry about that. I closed it, and then since I started this league and have been messing with the list and then changed it. So anyways, here it is. List felt pretty good. I'm pretty happy with one Fnatic main, one side, because it is a massive value bomb. Really easy to set up in the deck with Brainstorm and all that. But there's no denying having a 6-drop stuck in your hand is a major drag and not good at all. You want to avoid that as much as possible. At the same time, it's such a powerful card that I think having one main and then access to another one in your sideboard has to be at least a little good. And then Kaito I want to stress test. It's almost certainly better to play just one because they're not very good in multiples, but I really wanted to stress test it this league. I'm glad it worked out, and I'm looking forward to running it for as long until I realize it's bad because it's really fun to play with new cards, and I want to try them out. Abhorrent Oculus I don't think is as good as Murktide Regent. It's kind of hard to cast. If you think of Murktide as costing 8, or 7, sorry, you can think of Abhorrent Oculus as costing 9, Delve 6, and 3. So it's kind of a lot. There's no question that it generates way more value than Murktide Regent, and the fact that it happens on an opponent's upkeep, you don't need to untap with it, it just happens, it's so strong. But at the same time, I think Murktide is a little more maneuverable and a little easier to cast. That's the main strike against Oculus, I think. It's just kind of hard to cast. But 5/5, that's Gurmag size. That's great. I think that's a fine size body for our purposes, even though sometimes it's really nice to have Murktide get to 8/8, or even sometimes bigger thanks to Cling to Dust. Or the Prodigal Son Psychic Frog, which is sometimes in our list, but sometimes not. So yeah, I think that's where I'm going to land. I think I'm going to retain Fnatic and Kaito, and Into the Pit is long gone, but I think I'm also going to let Oculus go until further notice. But getting 2 new bombs from a set is kind of unheard of. I feel like Duskmourn is the best Magic set for Grixis Control in so long. So long. And I think I'll leave it there. So everyone, have a great day. Keep that Grixis stream alive. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We are so close to 1,000 subs. And check out the Patreon if you want an extra league every week. All right. See ya.